Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a deep dive into the world of charisma, power, and unshakable confidence. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most iconic figures in modern television, Harvey Specter, the sharp-witted, impeccably dressed and effortlessly commanding lawyer from Suits. If you've ever watched Harvey stride into a room and instantly own it, you've probably wondered, how does he do it? What's the secret sauce behind his ability to earn respect the moment he steps through the door? Well, buckle up, because we're about to unpack behind the suit the secret method Harvey Specter uses to earn instant respect. This isn't just about a fictional character. It's about real-world strategies you can apply to command attention, exude confidence, and leave a lasting impression. By the end of this, you'll have a blueprint to channel your inner Harvey Specter and dominate any room you walk into. And if you want to keep leveling up your confidence, charisma, and success, hit that subscribe button and join our community of go-getters. Let's dive in. First, let's set the stage. Harvey Specter isn't just a lawyer, he's a legend. From his tailored suits to his razor-sharp one-liners, he embodies the kind of presence that makes people stop, listen, and respect him without him ever needing to demand it. But here's the thing. Harvey's power doesn't come from his job title, his bank account, or even his good looks, though those don't hurt. His real strength lies in a deliberate, calculated method that blends psychology, body language, communication, and mindset. It's a method anyone can learn, and it's built on principles that transcend the fictional world of Suits. These are universal truths about human behavior and influence, and we're going to break them down step by step. Let's start with the foundation of Harvey's method: absolute self-belief. Harvey Specter doesn't just walk into a room, he owns it because he believes he belongs there. This isn't arrogance, it's a deep, unshakable confidence in his abilities. Psychologists call this self-efficacy, the belief that you can achieve what you set out to do. Studies, like those from psychologist Albert Bandura, show that people with high self-efficacy are more likely to take on challenges, persist through setbacks, and inspire confidence in others. Harvey's secret: he's mastered this mindset. He doesn't second-guess himself, and he doesn't let doubt creep in. When he negotiates a deal or faces a tough opponent, he's already convinced he's going to win. So how do you cultivate this kind of bulletproof confidence? It starts with preparation. Harvey doesn't wing it. He's always ready. Whether he's prepping for a case or a high-stakes meeting, he knows his material inside and out. This isn't about memorizing lines. It's about building a foundation of knowledge so solid that no one can shake it. Want to channel this? Start by mastering your craft. If you're in sales, know your product better than anyone else. If you're a student, dive deep into your subject. The more you know, the less anyone can rattle you. And here's a pro tip. Confidence isn't just about what you know, it's about how you carry that knowledge. Harvey doesn't boast about his expertise. He lets it speak for itself. That quiet certainty, it's magnetic. Next, let's talk about appearance. You didn't think we'd skip the suit, did you? Harvey's wardrobe is more than just fashion. It's a psychological weapon. Studies from the Journal of Experimental Psychology show that clothing impacts how others perceive you and how you perceive yourself. This is called enclothed cognition. When you dress sharply, you feel sharper. Harvey's tailored suits, crisp shirts, and perfectly knotted ties aren't just about looking good. They signal power, attention to detail, and discipline. But here's the catch. You don't need a $5,000 suit to pull this off. The secret is fit and intention. Wear clothes that fit you perfectly, whatever your budget. Stand tall, keep your shoulders back, and walk with purpose. When you look like you've got it together, people assume you do. Now let's move to body language. Harvey's posture, his eye contact, his subtle gestures, they're all part of his method. He stands tall, never slouches, and moves with deliberate precision. According to research by Harvard psychologist Amy Cuddy, power poses, standing tall, shoulders back, chest open, can increase testosterone levels and reduce stress hormones, making you feel more dominant and in control. Harvey's mastered this. Watch him in a boardroom. He leans forward slightly when making a point, maintains steady eye contact, and uses silence as a weapon. Silence, by the way, is one of his most underrated tools. Most people rush to fill awkward pauses, but Harvey lets them linger, forcing others to reveal their hand. Try this in your next conversation. Pause for a beat longer than feels comfortable. You'll be amazed at how it shifts the dynamic in your favor. Speaking of dynamics, let's dive into communication. Harvey's words are like bullets, precise, impactful, and perfectly timed. He doesn't waste words or ramble. Every sentence serves a purpose. This comes from a principle called conversational dominance. Linguists have found that people who speak clearly, with authority, and avoid filler words like or like, are perceived as more credible. Harvey's one-liners like, "I don't play the odds, I play the man," aren't just catchy, they're strategic. They stick in people's minds because they're concise and confident. Want to emulate this? Practice speaking slowly and deliberately. Cut out filler words. And here's a trick Harvey uses. Frame your statements as facts, not opinions. Instead of saying, "I think we should do this," say, "This is the way to go." It's subtle, but it signals authority. But Harvey's method isn't just about projecting strength. It's about reading the room. He's a master at understanding people's motivations, fears, and desires. This is where emotional intelligence comes in. According to Daniel Goleman, author of Emotional Intelligence, EQ is often more important than IQ in determining success. Harvey reads his opponents like a book. He knows when to push, when to pull back, and when to throw a curveball. Take his negotiations. He doesn't just argue his case, he anticipates what the other side wants and uses it to his advantage. You can do this too. Next time you're in a meeting or a tough conversation, ask yourself, what does this person really want? Is it respect, security, validation? Once you know their driver, you can tailor your approach to win them over. Let's pause for a second. Are you starting to see the layers of Harvey's method? It's not just one trick. It's a combination of mindset, appearance, body language, communication, and emotional intelligence. Each piece builds on the others, creating a persona that's impossible to ignore. And here's the exciting part. Every single one of these skills is learnable. You don't need to be born with Harvey's charm. You can build it. If you're loving these insights and want more practical tips to level up your presence and influence, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're just getting started, and I've got plenty more to share. Now let's get to one of Harvey's most powerful tools, reputation. Harvey doesn't just earn respect in the moment. He's built a brand that precedes him. People talk about him before he even walks into the room. Why? Because he's consistent. He delivers results, keeps his word, and never backs down from a challenge. In the real world, your reputation is your currency. A study from Harvard Business Review found that a strong personal brand can increase your perceived value by up to 20% in professional settings. How do you build this? Start by being reliable. If you say you'll do something, do it. Over-deliver when you can. And don't be afraid to let your wins speak for themselves. Harvey doesn't brag. He lets his track record do the talking. You should too. Another key to Harvey's method is control. He never lets emotions get the better of him. Whether he's facing a hostile client or a personal betrayal, he stays calm under pressure. This is rooted in a concept called emotional regulation, which psychologists say is critical for leadership. When you stay composed, you signal to others that you're in charge, not just of the situation, but of yourself. Harvey's ability to keep his cool makes him seem invincible. You can practice this by pausing before you react. If someone pushes your buttons, take a deep breath, count to 3, and respond with intention. It's not about suppressing your emotions. It's about channeling them strategically. Let's talk about humor. Harvey's wit is one of his secret weapons. He uses it to diffuse tension, build rapport, and keep people on their toes. Humor, when used right, is a sign of intelligence and confidence. A study from the University of Colorado found that people who use humor effectively are seen as more likable and competent. But here's the key. Harvey's humor is never self-deprecating or crude. It's sharp, clever, and always serves a purpose. Want to try this? Practice delivering a quick, witty comment in low-stakes situations, like a casual meeting or a conversation with friends. Keep it light, but make sure it lands with confidence. Now let's address something critical: authenticity. Harvey's method works because it's genuine. He's not pretending to be someone he's not. He's fully himself, flaws and all. This is what makes people trust him even when they don't. Like him, in a world full of fakes, authenticity is a superpower. According to a 2023 study by Edelman, 74% of people say they're more likely to respect someone who's transparent about their intentions. So while you're working on your confidence, body language, and communication, don't lose sight of who you are. Lean into your strengths, own your quirks, and let your personality shine through. That's what makes Harvey unforgettable. Let's talk about storytelling. Harvey doesn't just present facts, he tells stories that persuade. Whether he's convincing a client or swaying a jury, he paints a picture that people can't ignore. Storytelling is one of the oldest and most effective ways to influence others. Neuroscientists have found that stories activate parts of the brain that make people feel connected and engaged. When Harvey shares an anecdote or frames a deal as a narrative, he's not just informing, he's captivating. You can do this too. Next time you're pitching an idea or making a point, wrap it in a story. Make it personal, relatable, and vivid. People will remember you for it. Another piece of Harvey's method is scarcity. He doesn't make himself too available. He's selective about his time, his clients, and his energy. This creates a sense of exclusivity that makes people want to work with him even more. Economists call this the scarcity principle. People value what's rare. You can apply this by being strategic with your availability. Don't say yes to every request. Prioritize opportunities that align with your goals and let people know your time is valuable. When you set boundaries, you signal that you're in demand, and that ups your respect factor. Let's not forget resilience. Harvey gets knocked down, whether it's a lost case, a personal betrayal, or a professional setback, but he always gets back up. This is about grit, a quality psychologist Angela Duckworth defines as passion and perseverance for long-term goals. Harvey's ability to bounce back makes him a force to be reckoned with. You can build this too. When you face a setback, don't dwell on it. Analyze what went wrong, learn from it, and move forward. Every failure is a lesson, and every lesson makes you stronger. Now let's address the elephant in the room: ethics. Harvey's not perfect. He bends the rules, skirts the line, and sometimes plays dirty. But here's where you can do better. Respect doesn't have to come at the cost of integrity. In fact, studies show that ethical leaders are more likely to earn long-term loyalty. You can channel Harvey's confidence and charisma without compromising your values. Be honest, keep your promises, and treat people fairly. Respect earned through integrity lasts longer than respect won through manipulation. As we wrap up, let's tie it all together. Harvey Specter's secret method isn't a single trick, it's a system. It's about believing in yourself, dressing the part, mastering body language, speaking with authority, reading people, building a reputation, staying In control, using humor, being authentic, telling stories, creating scarcity and bouncing back from setbacks. Each piece reinforces the others, creating a presence that's impossible to ignore. And the best part? You don't need to be a fictional lawyer to pull this off. These are skills you can start practicing today, whether you're in a boardroom, a classroom, or a coffee shop. So here's your challenge. Pick one of these principles. Maybe it's standing taller, speaking more deliberately, or preparing like your life depends on it. And put it into action this week. Test it out. See how people respond. You'll be amazed at how small changes can make a big difference. And if you want to keep learning how to level up your confidence, influence, and success, hit that subscribe button right now. Join our community of ambitious, driven people who are ready to take control of their lives. We're dropping new insights every week, and you don't want to miss out. Let's keep pushing, let's keep growing, and let's channel that Harvey Specter energy to earn the respect we deserve. I'll see you in the next one.